All right, so just a quick update video on Bitcoin. Not a lot has changed since the last time I did a video. In fact, we're just consolidating between 30K and 31K, and that's kind of what our base case was. And my base case is probably a breakout above 31K, but I don't think there's any reason to be bidding unless you're just bidding at 30K, right, for a shorter term trade. Or I personally added to my positions at 30K because that's a big even psychological level, but I have a pretty clear invalidation below 29K, and I'm in the existing trade from 25 1, right? So 25-1 added to my position at 30K because I do think we're very likely to go upwards. I'll kind of explain why in just a moment. Really just basically because we're in an uptrend. We got a lot of bullish news happening. There is downside potential, certainly, but we'll just cross that bridge and cut the trade if we drop below 29K. Is what it is. If that happens, still a profitable trade. Otherwise, looking to continue upwards, but I don't think it's worth entering unless you're just bidding 30K as a support level for a shorter term scalp, looking to trade this back up to 31K, the range highs. I don't think it's worth getting too greedy here, too froggy until we break out above 31K. That's kind of the trigger that I myself am looking for. I do think there's quite a few reasons why we could see that happen. First of all, just even on the shorter term the shorter term trend here, we did break the downtrend. We are trying to make some support on the back of this downtrend, holding 30K once again. At a minimum, wouldn't be surprised if we just go up and tap 31K again. So why is 31K a big resistance level, and why is it so important for us to break through and make support on top of that? It's the 2x long margin pressure level. Basically, what that means is you can no longer, once price is above $31,000, you can no longer go long on 2x long leverage and hide your liquidation point below this bear market low, right? So what we're seeing right now is just as long as we're below 31K, those people can come in on 2x long leverage. So price is just getting kind of shoved up into this region. But as soon as we cross over, like we did over here and like we did initially when we got rejected from 31K, those longs, right? Those longs leave the market. The incentive to long on 2x leverage is greatly diminished as soon as we go above 31K. So basically, what we need to happen here is some support to build up, right? Some support to build here, longs to get more confident and say, hey, I'll go long even without 2x leverage, hiding my liquidation point below that level. You also have Confluent resistance there. We talked about this last time. If we move our margin pressure levels indicator up to the most recent swing low, we do see it's also 31K is also our 5x long margin pressure level, meaning so 2x in the incentive to go long on 2x leverage is being diminished because that key level down here, the bear market low. But also you can no longer go long on 5x leverage and maintain a liquidation point below this 24.7K swing low, right? That's pretty important. When you have those two confluent levels, you have incentives both on 5x leverage and 2x leverage leaving the market all at one point. It turns into resistance. And then you also have the structural resistance over here. That was ultimately margin pressure level resistance the first time around, the 2x long margin pressure level. It makes it more difficult to break through this level. However, it also makes for a very strong support level once we end up flipping it, if we end up flipping it. So to be quite honest, you can make a pretty decent case for actually shorting here. I'm just not a big fan of shorting or going against the trend. The trend, in my opinion, is very clear both in the short term and the long term. The trend is up, but you could make the case that 31K is just kind of your range high, and your range low was back tested over here at around 25.2K. We did dip below 24.7. And you can make the case that, hey, a likely scenario would just be a rotation back down to some of these targets, maybe around 26 or maybe even 25 again. That's not my base case. I'm still long. If that happens, I'll cut my long at around 29 and just probably look for a short, to be quite honest. Getting rejected from this twice would be, in my opinion, probably pretty bearish. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Otherwise, guys, I think 31K is just the level to look out for. 30K, strong psychological support. There's a lot of evidence, studies to show, and most of them were done on equities, but the psychology still applies to crypto markets and any markets that trade. There's a lot of studies that show that psychological levels, big even levels like 30K in this case, do act as support and resistance. And we have seen that manifest so far. So just pay attention for the breakout. Yes, we could get some, very messy, ugly price action here where we chop around this range. But I'll just, be keeping tight stop losses and just looking for a breakout above 31K for some continuation. Otherwise, just be careful. Hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like and follow if you're on Twitter, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you want access to those indicators, go check out Sistine.ai. There should be a link in the description below if you're on YouTube. You get access to those indicators. And you also can get access to the indicators if you sign up for the Research Hub. So go check that out. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Peace.